Wow, Lomachenko is interested in fighting Tank Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Renee Box Young, salute. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, sharing, showing your support, commenting in the videos. You know, subscribers since day one, recent subscribers, welcome to Renee Box Young. This is a platform where we discuss, critique, analyze, talk about the sport of boxing. That's what it's about, you know what I mean? Simple as that, no biases, just a neutral standpoint, simple love of the sport of boxing. I don't complicate life, man. That's what I'm talking about. So I want to get definitely right to this, man. You know, Lomachenko saying he's interested in fighting Tank Davis. He has said some interesting things, and I want to show you definitely. I want to go to the article right now, you know what I mean? Right here. You already know, boxingscene.com, whatever, right? Link in the description. Yeah. Okay, it says right here, Lomachenko very interested in facing Gervonta Davis in 2021. I like what I hear. Now, before I get to this, we got to understand something, okay? And I'm going to leave the video at the end of this video, okay? A video I made recently about, Lomachenko, coming back from the loss. It's not like he was in a hiatus and stuff like that, right? But he's coming back from a loss very soon, according to his team and his team's words. I made a video, broke it down, and I broke down who can be the possible or potential opponents of Lomachenko. Lomachenko's team has been saying they want big names and a good fight. So I broke it down in the divisions 135, 130 because their team talked about if they can't get any big names at 135, they'll go down to 130. So you got big names. And I broke it down. I went to the rankings and whatever, blah, 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 right? I broke that all down. I'm going to leave the video at the end of this video, okay? You check that out, please, because Lomachenko, they're talking big things. So yeah, man, now they're talking, now it's boiling down to, it looks like they want to focus on Gervonta Tank Davis, which is great, man. So let's get to the article, okay? Let's get right here. It says, like I said, man, they said some interesting things. Just wait a moment here. Let me get it. Okay. So this is a quote from them, from Lomachenko. He says, personally, I prefer Davis. I like him more. He is more aggressive. Wow. So personally, I prefer Gervonta Davis. Plus, he's a southpaw. That's awesome. I like fighting southpaws. Lomachenko told Snow Queen LA, according to the Sun. Okay. If we are talking about who I would want to fight next, if I had the opportunity, I'd fight him. Okay, let's go and make it happen. Why now? I love it. I love what I hear, ladies and gentlemen. And it says right here, I doubt now. Oh yeah, it says, but Lomachenko doubts a fight with Davis will happen in the near future. But why? It says right here, I doubt they. It's not that. That's it. And so Lomachenko's making clear it's not his side. He's talking about Gervonta Tank Davis and their side. I doubt they would make it happen right away, as in right away for my next fight. I just don't know. Lomachenko said. So you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I mean, let's continue here. It says Lomachenko is on Davis' radar. Okay, blah, blah. Oh yeah. But Floyd Mayweather's protege recently admitted there are other fights also in mind, okay? Last September, Davis appeared on the Last Stand podcast and felt the early part of 2022 was more likely for a fight with Lomachenko. Man, Lomachenko, this is Davis, okay? Lomachenko, if we get past our guys that we got ahead of us, then we can make it rock. I think it's probably time. Definitely not this year. If not next year, then 2022. Oh, man, that's just too far off in my personal opinion. Okay, he continues to say, I believe at the beginning of 2022 we can make. Okay, so, I think personally, okay, Davis should fight Lomachenko as soon as possible, all right? I understand, though, he just came off an amazing win of Leo Santa Cruz. I don't think that was a lame opponent. Leo Santa Cruz has skills, multi-divisional champ, whatever, right? I mean, Leochenko, can you mix in the names up here? Leochenko. Leo Santa Cruz, man, he can fight. I'm taking nothing away. Some people want to. I'm not. I'm not taking anything away from Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. Just another example. Mikey Garcia, he moved up. He made the weight. No excuses. I'm not taking away. I've said this before, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not taking away anything from Lomachenko's win over Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux was man enough to move up. He knows himself. He knows his body. If you think you can make a weight and you fight a big name at that level, no excuses. If you lose, you lose. You're at the weight. You know, no excuses. Nah. Campbell recently came out, Luke Campbell recently came out and said, oh, I wasn't my best against Lomachenko. Man, no excuses. You lost. That's it. Fair and square. You had a training camp. No. You see, I've said it time and time again, ladies. I'm 100 to everybody. You know, I've talked about no excuses Lomachenko against Teofimo. Fighters talking the talk before the fight. Fighters talking the talk before, in the build-up of a fight. I'm ready. I'll fight him. I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna do this. I'm confident with my skills and blah blah blah. And after the fight, all of a sudden they come out with excuses. I don't buy that. I don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it. The reason why I say all this is because I think that Gervonta Tank Davis. Oh yeah, the reason why I'm saying all this is because Gervonta Tank Davis just fought Leo Santa Cruz recently, a couple months ago, whatever. Okay, he last was his last fight. I'm not taking anything away from that victory. I think it was a great victory, great fight, because Leo Santa Cruz is a game opponent. Okay, some people may say, yeah, Leo's a smaller guy, and well, you know what? They met at the weight. It is what it is. They fought fair and square. What happened happened. That's it. Let's stop this excuses stuff. Okay, so. He just came off a victory. He's probably going to fight a mandatory, which is probably not going to be a big name. Who knows? As far as Tank Davis. But I think I'm a strong believer, and I think that the community, boxing community, fans, because fans pay for the sport, fans push the sport. Fans' opinions matter. Okay, it's important. Fans' opinions. Real boxing fans and people who actually support the sport, which are fans. This is the thing. I just want to do real quick. Sometimes people say, oh, who are you to be saying this? And, we're fans. Fans support the sport. It's kind of like saying, a big hardcore football fan. Yeah, and they have a YouTube video, a cat channel, whatever. They push out videos about the sport. Isn't that what media sources do? Isn't that what reporters do? I mean, you have, platforms like ESPN or Fox or whatever. They opinionate and talk about the sport. It's nonsense to say that, you know what I mean? Who are you to speak about, have you ever fought before? It's like, what are you talking about? Sometimes people just, whatever, everyone has a right to their opinion. But I'm saying this because the community should push for this fight. And this is something I was going to talk about. I didn't even read that part that Lomachenko said. And I agree with it. I agree with Lomachenko on this. That I personally don't think, and I was going to say that, I personally don't think that Gervonta Tank Davis wants Lomachenko next, man. I just sense it. I sense it. I don't think so. 2022 is going to be a little bit too late, in my humble opinion, against Lomachenko, man. I mean, Lomachenko, I don't know how old this dude is, but, he's getting towards the end, man. I don't think he's going to last too long in the career. I've said it before. I think I've said it before on my platform. I don't know, or on social media, whatever. But I don't think Lomachenko is going to be in his prime for much longer, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because his amateur career, blah, blah, blah. You already know. Many fights. Wear and tear. I don't care. It doesn't matter if you want to call him the Matrix, you want to call him the high-tech guy, whatever the heck they're calling this guy. Okay? Great fighter. Taking nothing away from his skills. Listen to the context of what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people just pick and choose and pick things and run off with narratives. I'm saying that the age that Lomachenko and, the context of now in Lomachenko's career, I don't think he's going to be in his prime for much longer. Maybe this year, 2021, he's going to be maybe still in his prime. 2022, man, he's going to be over the hill a little bit. And I definitely respect, man. Lomachenko wants to go for the big names. Their team, they're shooting for Davis. Davis and his team should respond, man, and say, let's do it. Teofimo did it. Let's do it. Let's fight. And I wouldn't take anything away from Davis if he were to fight him. I wouldn't buy this nonsense of, Lomachenko just lost, and Davis is, taking the easy pickings. Lomachenko's not an easy pickings, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm almost positive people will start blabbing away saying those senseless things. Lomachenko's not easy pickings, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? He got skills, and Davis should fight him. He has to fight him, man. 2021. Business, blah, blah, blah. Politics, disgusting, dirty nose in the business. It's probably not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. But Lomachenko is talking it. He wants to fight. And I don't think Lomachenko's the type of guy to talk and run away. I just don't think so, okay? Probably done it before. I don't know. That's not, I don't know. But I think Lomachenko really wants to smoke. And I don't know why, but something's telling me Davis or his team, maybe not Davis, but his team, his higher ups, probably don't want Lomachenko next. I wish it happened, and it's unfortunate once again to see how politics and its dirty nose sticking in the business and between a potential amazing fight. It sucks, but it's probably true, ladies and gentlemen. And I agree with Lomachenko on this. I agree. If you get back to the article real quick, just real fast, get back here. What is Lomachenko saying? What is he saying here? You know what I'm saying? Up here, if you go to the top here, I'm sorry, let me just highlight it. I mean, I already read it, but I just want to just to reiterate. Lomachenko, I doubt they would make it happen right away. As in right away for my next fight. I just don't know. He's talking about they. When he says they, he's talking about Davis and his team. And Davis said out of his own mouth, if we get past our guys, but we got to look at it in the flip side here, ladies and gentlemen. We got to look at it at the flip side. Maybe Davis has other big names in mind. That's great. You know what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez. I mean, there are a lot of names. I mean, so I'm not knocking Davis, but I really would want to see this. I mean, I want to see this in 2021, man. In this new year, which I hope is going to be a great year. You know what I'm saying? I got my hopes up. You already know 2020, that's in the past. But, 2021, this is 2021 now, so I hope, And for the sport of boxing, I've said it time and time again, I'm optimistic in the sport of boxing for 2021. Definitely. I'm optimistic for the sport of boxing in 2021. So, now I'm not knocking Davis. No. I'm not saying he's ducking. No. Okay, listen to the context of what I'm saying. I would love to see this, but something tells me it's not going to happen. I mean, it would be great. Tank Davis, fighting Lomachenko 2021 and Tank Davis going for another big name in 2021. Like I said a moment ago, Teofimo, Devin Haney. Come on. We got some great names out there. And I'm not knocking Davis. If he goes out and fights somebody else, and I'm not, like I said, Leo Santa Cruz, I think it was a big win, in my personal opinion. Other people say what they want to say, whatever. But I think that's a respectable, great win. If he fights a mandatory, which is probably not up to par, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand. For example, there are a lot of examples, but, I get it. It's fine. Or I'll give you an example. Fine. Like Teofimo Lopez. I've talked about it. He's going to fight this guy, Cabalosos or something like that. I don't remember. I'm not good with names. Whatever. Australian dude. That's fine. I think he's a mandatory. That's fine. I ain't knocking Teo for that. I don't want to see it, but because I know that Teo's going to run through him. He's going to take him out. You know what I'm saying? Teo's really highly skilled. I ain't going to knock him for that fight. I get it. Whatever. But after that fight, I'm expecting Teo to fight someone big. You know what I'm saying? Someone competitive, which I'm sure he'll do, hopefully. So I'm not going to knock Davis if he, goes out and fights some mandatory dude, whatever. And then after that, 2021, maybe later, mid-year, 2021, mid-2021, summer, whatever, fighting Chenko, man. That would be awesome. But then again, Davis might opt, and his team might opt for a bigger name. Maybe a Teofimo, maybe a Haney. That would be awesome. Oh, bigger name? I don't know. Okay, that's controversial. Lomachenko's bigger than Haney. Haney bigger than... I don't know. Whatever. Whoops. Whatever, right? So I'm not going to knock Davis, if he fights another name that's big. Awesome. But I do want to see Lomachenko, hopefully. And it depends. It just all depends. We got to keep our eye on this because it all depends on what those other fights Davis is referring to that we just read in the article. What other fights is Davis talking about? Is it between these names I'm talking about, these names I'm mentioning? You see what I'm saying? If it's not, And if he doesn't fight Lomachenko, then that's another story. It's like, Davis, what is his team doing? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. I have all these fighters, man. These two fighters, man. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko, Davis. I have these two fighters in high regard. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got nothing to take away from these guys. I make it clear. I'm not saying anybody's ducking anybody. So, but I really want to see this. You know, I really want to see Lomachenko versus Davis. What do you think? Comment below. You know, comment section. What do you guys think? What's your opinion? I don't want to get to a breakdown on this fight, you know, because it's La La Land so far. So you already know I don't break down La La Land fights right now. As far as when, you know, but I want to talk about it because Lomachenko's talking about he wants, and he's backing up, and his team is backing up what they said recently in the video. I'm going to leave at the end of this video, that they want the big names out there. Respect to Lomachenko, man, definitely. You know, and we'll see what, you know, how Gervonta Tank Davis has moved and who his next opponents will be for 2021. Thanks so much, Renee Box Young. Peace out. Stay safe.